Hi everyone. We're back again. Hold on, where's Minecraft? I believe that's Minecraft. Come on, please work.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Why is it not showing up? I'm gonna try you. Okay, there we go. I also need to get a new skin made. Alright, let's scale down this first. GY scale. Yep. Now I gotta hold on. Now I gotta grab this server ID or this server thing. IP. Won't be leaving here with you. Please. Oh yeah, I forgot to do my thing in introduction. I'm dumb. Okay, give me a second, chat. Trying to figure out what I forgot to do so I can, get into the actual server. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna relaunch Minecraft to make sure my name is right. Hopefully I get, you know, added in quickly so I can actually show off the server like I said I would. To take me out. Take me out. I won't be leaving here with I know I won't be leaving here. I know I won't be leaving here with you. I'm just a shot away from you, and if you leave here, You leave me broken, shattered, a lie. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot, then we can die. No, I won't be leaving here with you. Right, hopefully I got in. If I did get in, then, you know, I'm not whitelisted, still okay. You know what, we're gonna switch to React Andy, then come back to this. Right, Spotify, you can shut up now. Over here, open up browser. Alright, let's see what we got to watch. Give me a sec. Wrong thing. Just a random YouTube channel I have for some reason. So we have like our own YouTube feed for reactions. What do we want to watch today? Hmm. Honestly, I have no idea what I want to watch. Okay. Why is it taking me so long to decide? Wait, let's watch All Might is Superman done right. While we wait for this to load, I'm gonna go grab an iced tea. Wait, fuck, why did it play? Stop. Actually, it's on mute. Alrighty, chat. Today we're gonna be watching All Might is Superman Done Right by Lukewarm Takes. Let's get into it. That's honestly an interesting take, and I 100% agree. Superman as a character is more than his strength, but people keep debating just his strength instead of including the morality and all of that. Especially with how Superman most likely would not try to kill half the people he's being put up against. So you're reducing reducing the idea of Superman or Superman's character down to this bare bones concept of strength beyond imagination, which strips away everything that makes Superman Superman. Again, I 100% agree. Because none of those characters are more than like maybe 20% alike in any area other than their strength. Their personalities, moralities, motivations, they're all completely different. The only thing tying them together is their strength. So if you're enjoying them just for their strength and they're as interchangeable as some people treat them, then you're not enjoying the character, you're enjoying the concept of the character's strength. Fuck. Fuck. No, the browser audio, come on, please. Hello? Why is the audio not working? Hold on. If I delete you, will that get rid of the other thing? Yes. Control C.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard.
There we go. And now my fucking model crashed. Alright,
I feel like I
let's watch
live in a
this.
world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. When discussing Superman as a character, the first thing that many people would think of is his strength. So many discussions involving Superman discuss him in terms of his strength and who he can or can't beat in a fight. Could Superman beat Batman? Could Superman beat the Hulk? Could Superman beat Saitama? Superman feels like the proverbial wall that your favorite overpowered character has to climb in order to be considered strong. However fun these hypothetical fisticuffs can be, it reduces the character of Superman down to just how hard
I
he can punch.
100%
It
agree.
ignores
Hold
the
on.
character.
I 100% agree. Because just taking Superman's strength reduces him down to the concept of his strength. If you just take his strength out of his character, then you're not enjoying the character, you're enjoying the concept of his strength, you're enjoying the concept of this unimaginable, almost godlike power.
Character of Superman in favor of the powerhouse. Personally, I feel like if all you take away from Superman is how strong he is, you're not fully appreciating the character and what he represents. You are removing what makes Superman special and you are left with an overpowered godlike entity rather than what the character of Clark Kent is supposed to be. This will probably be the most controversial thing I say in this video, but if all Superman is to you is power, then you don't really like Superman. You enjoy spectacle, strength, and cool battles. It's perfectly fine to enjoy a character for their displays of power, but if that's all you get out of the character, you're missing the point of why the character was created in the first place. If Superman is as interchangeable to you as the Hulk or Gojo or Kratos or Omni-Man, then you're not fully appreciating the character in its entirety. I don't mean to shame anyone for enjoying power scaling. As a person who makes videos on anime, I have engaged with power scaling for my entire life and still do. I love thinking about the logistics of who would win in a fight and how one character's powers would interact with another. However, while I appreciate power scaling, I don't want the discourse around Superman to be reduced to who he could beat in a fight. I think more conversations need to be had about the themes and messages of overpowered characters as opposed to simply how hard they can hit or how big of an
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to like who would win here, who would win there also needs to be some talk about the morality of the characters, what their moral code is. For example, Batman going up against, I don't know, pick any character. Batman isn't going to try to kill, he has a no-kill rule. So that's going to limit him because he's not going to be fighting at 100% of his capabilities.
explosion that they can make. This is how we avoid making misguided assumptions comparing the role of one character to the role of another character. This is how we avoid misinformation stating that one character is simply the anime version of Superman just because they have surface level similarities. And so, without further ado, let's address a certain Super Saiyan in the room.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Goku is not Superman. On paper, Goku is the most obvious.
Again, 100% right, because while Superman and Goku both have similar power sets and similar backstories, they're entirely different characters. Superman is this hero, he's one of the best definitions of heroism, while Goku is a thrill chaser. He's a fighter, a martial artist. He is there for the thrill of the game, for the fun of the game, for the love of the game. He just wants to fight strong people. Hell, in Dragon Ball Super, he wanted to fight strong people so bad he gambled his entire universe on it, as well as like every other person universe but the one that wins the tournament. You really think Superman would do some shit like that?
Superman parallel in anime. Both characters are super powerful aliens that escaped a planet that exploded and were raised by kind farmers and ultimately grew up to become the strongest defenders of their adopted homeworld. These similarities are undeniable, but ultimately surface level. Akira Toriyama's primary inspiration for the creation of Goku was
Sun Wukong,
never
I'm guessing?
Superman, but instead it was always Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Hence why he had a monkey tail, why he fought with a staff, why he sought out adventures and battles, and why his name is literally Son Goku. If you need more proof, look no further than Akira Toriyama's original design for Goku, which was just a cuter, younger looking version
So I guess now we know why Frieza calls Goku a monkey.
of the Monkey King. Even though Goku's origin in Dragon Ball Z was nearly identical to Superman's, Goku is not meant to be a Superman-esque figure and was supposed to be an archetypal Monkey King parallel. Goku's characterization throughout all incarnations of Dragon Ball has always been defined by combat. He was raised in the woods by a martial artist, and while Grandpa Gohan did try to teach him proper morals, he mostly raised Goku the best way he knew how, by teaching him how to fight. And on top of that, fighting is quite literally in his DNA. Goku's Saiyan heritage gives him a biological inclination and desire to see.
That's another difference between Goku and Superman. The two races are depicted vastly differently, with Kryptonians having been depicted as this advanced civilized species, while Saiyans are depicted as having advanced technology while being almost barbaric in their way of thinking, especially after Frieza came into the picture.
Seek out opponents for battle. It is genetically impossible for a Saiyan to say no to a test of strength even at the risk of their own safety or the safety of others. This inherent biological need to seek out stronger opponents is tied to Goku's thematic story. Goku's story has always been about bettering yourself and becoming a better person. There's a reason why Goku and Dragon Ball have become the inspiration for so many people to hit the gym. For Goku, his version of self-improvement is taking on stronger and stronger challenges and climbing higher and higher walls. He breaks his limits time and time again because that is who he is. Because of his internal desire to become stronger, as well as his being the thematic representation of self-improvement, Goku will always seek out a good fight. Removing fighting from Goku would be removing Goku from Goku, and then you're basically left with Gohan. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, Clark Kent has always been a strong advocate for peace and diplomacy. The man of tomorrow avoids fighting the best he can because he knows that if he has to fight someone, he will win and he will have to hurt them. As he states in Justice League Unlimited during his final confrontation against Darkseid, I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. The reason I opened the video with this line is because it perfectly blends Superman's strength with his characterization. Clark was adopted by two people who were the best at.
Still, I don't know why his channel is called Lukewarm Takes, because so far all of his takes are the opposite of hot. They're ice cold. They're absolute zero. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, just like how fighting is a part of Goku, like if you take fighting out of Goku, there's Gohan, someone completely different. If you take the peacekeeping out of Superman, you get, again, someone totally different. There is no Superman without the peacekeeping part of him. Then you just have the concept of his strength
humanity had to offer, and they in turn raised him to be the pinnacle of human goodness. Being the epitome of humanity's inherent goodness means that you have the strength to fend off evil for sure, but it also means that you should try your hardest to mitigate harm to others. As someone who can destroy a city block if he sneezes wrong, Superman has a really hard time not hurting people by just existing. So when he is presented with an antagonist, he will always try to reason with them first. He will even eat a few hits to try his hardest to find a peaceful solution with his villains. He knows that if he gets into a fight, it could lead to unintended casualties, but it would also mean that he would have to personally bring harm to someone. which is something he hates having to do. A battle will always be Superman's last resort, unlike Goku, who will abandon his family in a heartbeat to train the reincarnation of his strongest enemy so that he could give him a good fight in the future. If Superman were to enjoy fighting, and if he were to be motivated to seek out battles to test his strength just like Goku, he would no longer be Superman. The Man of Steel only puts his fist up when given no choice. Sure, Goku and Clark are both deemed Earth's mightiest protector, but Goku's Saiyan nature forces him to seek out stronger and stronger opponents. This Saiyan nature has on multiple occasions jeopardized the entire planet, his friends, and his family.
Not just that, but bring up Dragon Ball Super, like I said. The entire fucking multiverse. Not even his universe. Other people's universes too.
On the other hand, Superman's human nature makes it so that he will always choose the most peaceful and humane alternative to conflict whenever he can. Even though humanity is capable of immense cruelty, Superman represents the human potential for goodness. Goku is defined by his strength, his love for battle, and his constant pursuit of self-improvement. Superman is not defined by his strength, he is defined by his humanity. Superman is altruism incarnate and presents to the world a model to aspire to be. He is the quintessential superhero. Now, I'm not saying that one character is better than the other, but it is pretty clear when you consider their characterizations beyond the surface level similarities that Goku is definitely not anime's answer to Superman. I would say that Gohan has more in common with Superman than Goku does, considering he does actively avoid conflict, seeks the most humane solutions, and puts the well-being and safety of his loved ones before anything else. We also shouldn't forget the Great Saiyaman era, no matter how hard we try to forget. So, if Goku isn't the Superman of anime, then who is? Well, there is really only one real answer here. In fact, in the past decade and a half, the only on-screen character that ever came close to accurately portraying Superman to portraying Clark Kent was this guy.
Omni-Man.
And also this guy. But
All
I'll
Might
go down that rabbit hole another day.
Hold on.
That was a snippet from the first video I ever uploaded to my channel an entire year ago. Back when I had a whopping 0 subscribers. I really wanted to revisit the video that began this channel, so to all 184 of you who watched that Superman video, this is a sequel you probably weren't waiting for but are getting anyways. Let's dive into why All Might is anime's perfect Superman. One of the biggest ironies of this entire video is that the author of My Hero Academia, Koei Horikoshi, said that his inspiration for All Might is none other than Son Goku, despite the character being the best anime Superman we've ever seen. It's no secret that My Hero Academia takes a lot of inspiration from the likes of Marvel and DC Comics. There are a lot of volume covers of MHA that Horikoshi has drawn that are direct homages to Marvel and DC comic book covers.
Oh damn, I did not know that. That's really fucking interesting.
In some part by the character of Superman when writing the manga and especially when creating All Might. The entire superhero society in My Hero is upheld by the broad shoulders of its #1 hero. The balance of the world is maintained by All Might, whose altruism and willingness to save people are his defining character traits. Toshinori Yagi is driven by his unending desire to become a pillar of hope in an increasingly chaotic world. He wanted everyone in the world to eat.
So yeah, All Might is by far the best, I guess you could say, equivalent to Superman in anime.
Their worries as
There's
long
no
as
doubt
he
about
was around.
it. He is
He
the
wanted to be the
anime
light
Superman.
that banished the fear from the hearts of all people in this world. He wanted to become an example of what being a true hero is supposed to be. Essentially, he wanted to become Superman, and he achieved it. Before the story even began, Toshinori became the archetypal representative of human goodness and heroism that Superman represents. The signature smile that he flashes to the people that he saves serves the same purpose as the S on Superman's chest. It is a symbol that lets the world know that they will be okay. It announces to the public that his strength and power will be used to protect the innocent. It reminds everyone that goodness and justice will always triumph over evil. All Might's smile is intrinsic to his character and invokes the same feeling in the world of My Hero Academia that Superman does in the DC universe. And that feeling is hope. This is what it means to be the symbol of peace. To hold up a society with not just your strength, but with your pure presence and aura. When you radiate so much hope through your actions, attitude, and power that you can calm down anyone even when they're in life-threatening danger, that's when you've perfectly captured the essence of Superman. There is one other quality that makes Superman, that makes Clark Kent who he is. This quality is what the entire series of My Hero Academia is built upon. All Might is not only the strongest hero, but he also serves a certain role in the lives of everyone in the story, from Endeavor to Bakugo and especially to Izuku Midoriya. He gives them all something that Superman gives to the civilians of Metropolis and every other hero in the DC universe. Inspiration. My Hero Academia was built on the inspiration that All Might gave Deku to become a hero. He shows the world what true heroism looks like. The entire story of MHA shows Deku following the shining example that All Might set in order to become the world's greatest hero. With or without his powers, All Might hangs on to his altruism and his desire to save others. Saving people is as natural to Toshinori as it is breathing. Deku is very much the same way. His body moves on its own to save others, as if being a good person is inherently tied to his personality, which was molded and influenced by the heroism that All Might inspired in him. Inspiration is a big theme in My Hero Academia. Kirishima was inspired by Red Riot, Hawks was inspired by Endeavor, and even villains like Dabi, Toga, and Spinner were inspired by Stain. But all of them, in one way or another, all looked up to All Might as the true, unadulterated pinnacle of heroism, much like how in the DC universe and in superhero literature as a whole, almost everyone looks up to Superman as the definition of a true superhero. Within the confines of his own story, All Might represents and embodies the two qualities that make Superman who he is: hope and inspiration. While I believe that Goku can certainly give hope to his friends and inspire many others, this isn't Goku's primary character trait. Goku's role in his story is to battle and get stronger ad infinitum to demonstrate the value of persistent self-improvement. The role of Superman and his true anime counterpart is to be a beacon of hope and to inspire others to be heroes themselves. Thank you all so much for watching the video all the way to the end. Let me know in the comments down below what other videos you want me to make, and as always, don't forget to like and
So I think it's safe to say that All Might is 100% the anime Superman. They're both symbols of hope. They're both altruistic through and through, and they both have an innate desire to save people. Anyway, let me check if I can join the Minecraft server now. If I can't, we'll just continue with the React to Andy. Nope, still not whitelisted. So I guess it's time to find something else to react to. You know, chat, we'll do one more today. Moist Critical. So chat, today we're gonna be watching When the Bad Guy Is Actually Talented by Moist Critical. Let's get
There's no
into it.
worse feeling than when you engage in an internet argument with some anonymous asshole, and then it turns out that that asshole is extremely talented. Today I have a very sad story to share with you where the villain gets the last laugh. Real life isn't like anime, where the good guys always win. Sometimes the bully comes and puts your head in the toilet and flushes. So it all starts with this video. A YouTuber posts their best performance of an impossible piece of music called Rush E.
Wait, no way. Is the quote-unquote villain actually gonna like play Rush E perfectly? There's no way.
Now, obviously, I'm a fucking Neanderthal when it comes to piano. I don't know anything about any major pieces except from like your big ones like Mozart and Bach. So I had never heard of Rush E before, so I did a little research. Rush E was actually a song created as a meme that is quite literally impossible for any human being to play. And I don't mean that as like it's extremely difficult, I mean it is genuinely impossible. You would need 15 fucking arms and even then you would struggle. Let me go ahead and show you where it started, the genesis of Rush E.
Okay, understand. I understand now why they say it's impossible to play, because it quite literally is impossible. What motherfucker is gonna be playing this? I bet even Mozart couldn't play this. Mozart would have a stroke trying to comprehend this. Alright, Loki, it's fire though. Absolute banger.
If any human being actually performed this song as written here, it would probably end the world on the spot, or bring about the heat death of the entire universe. It would signal Armageddon. It is quite literally an impossible piece of music that was made to be a joke. However, some piano players on YouTube tried their best to kind of change it around a little bit, mess with the arrangement in order to make it almost possible to play on the piano, which is the video I just showed you there, which is giving a very spirited attempt at making it happen. And I thought it was very good. Of course, I'm not a piano expert by any means, but most people that watched it also agreed that it was extremely impressive what he was able to do. And this spawned an argument in the YouTube comments. YouTube comments are the cesspool of the internet. It is absolutely fucking deplorable down there.
No, that would be Twitter, Moist Critical. Actually, that would be Twitter.
There very often. But in this comment section, it was overwhelmingly positive. But just like everywhere on the internet, there has to be that douchebag that comes in and shits on everyone's fun. Just ruins the entire positive atmosphere of everything they
just fucking the biggest taster on earth for no reason. Motherfuckers that live to hate.
Drop their pants and goatsy themselves and just makes everyone feel worse. Their presence making everything more negative. Keep in mind, this piece is literally impossible to play. You saw it. It looked like a Toho bullet hell game. But that didn't stop some enlightened Redditor from demanding perfection. It actually comes from this comment, which is a very nice comment from a guy named Just a Guy Who Likes Hentai. He says, "How can you dislike this? I don't see anyone else
Very relatable username. I rate it.
actually playing this. You know, that's just a very wholesome thing. Like, you know, this is so good, I can't imagine someone not liking it. It's just being nice, you know? Obviously, there's going to be people that don't like it, but it's just a very encouraging comment. But it summoned a demon, a piano-playing demon named Fanshin. Fanshin replies to that comment saying, probably because it was mediocre. No.
When the hater is actually fucking talented, you know you're cooked. Hold on, let's see this.
Yeah, no offense, buddy, but you just fucking suck and you should be embarrassed that you posted this video. It actually made me physically ill. I puked and was so offended by your awful mediocre playing that I broke up with my own girlfriend in protest. This isn't constructive criticism. I saw a lot of people defending this saying he was just offering criticism or answering the question. No, he's just being an asshole. there's nothing constructive about this. You just saying that it's not good without saying like where they could improve isn't really constructive criticism. It's just you being a douchebag. And obviously he wasn't genuinely answering the question in the comment of how can anyone dislike this, because it wasn't a real question. It was just an encouraging statement. It's like when you get told a story like, can you believe my parents got divorced? And then your friend responds with, yeah, I can, because your parents are fucking selfish sluts. It's like, well, I wasn't actually asking you if you can believe it, you know?
That came out of fucking left field, Moist Critical. What?
No, it's not like a real question. It was just a supportive comment. So there's really no justifying being a douchebag here other than just being a dick. So then the guy responds saying, was it? I'd like to see you try. So come on, give us an awe-inspiring performance.
I actually want to see how good this guy is at the piano.
Spoiler alert, he would soon regret issuing this challenge. Fanshin responds, oh boy, you will embarrass yourself. I'll show you what a good performance of this piece sounds like. To which the hentai fan says, then do it, stop talking, and do it. Now, 10 times out of 10 on the internet, when some anonymous asshole makes statements like this, you don't expect them to follow through on it. And even less often, you will expect them to be good at anything. But this is the exception. This is the anonymous.
Yeah, this is like the 0.00001% chance situation.
This is probably the first time in history someone has actually followed through on a statement like this and actually been good at it. Fanchin responds saying, maybe you can pay me, then I'll be motivated, LMFAO. He's pretty arrogant and pompous, to which Hentai responds, so being known as a jealous, contrarian liar until you post your own rendition isn't a good enough motivation for you? Sorry, but that's all you're gonna get.
Money, 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 money.
And then Fanchin again, he's twirling that cartoonishly evil mustache and says, haha, sure, why not? Fun summer project. Maybe I'll...
If he does all this, like hits on the first motherfucker, not even pisses on his parade, shits on his parade. Just dropping straight dookies on his parade. Then does it better than the original. Then gets more views than the original. That would be crazy. My guy will be the supervillain of YouTube.
Get more views. And then other people kind of come in here and tell him to shut up. They don't really like his negative attitude. The comment section starts to gain a little bit of infamy, so more people come in with the popcorn to watch from the sidelines. You can see the war has erupted. Now we're watching the commenters fight. Another challenge was issued saying upload something by Scott, that guy, other than MLR or Entertainer. Again, I'm not familiar with piano pieces, so I don't even know what that challenge is. I'm assuming it's difficult. And then eventually Fanchin comes back and says, wouldn't have the confidence to upload a performance that I'm not pleased with, but yes, props to the guy for attempting it. It's just this could have been played with much more accuracy had he spent more time.
Where is he reading from, huh? Where?
Polishing, which is something I will show. It's pretty much learned a tempo, but I'm striving for consistency and clarity. So he finally gives like almost a constructive criticism there, and then he gives his rendition of this piece.
Oh shit, he actually did it.
And unfortunately, it fucking slaps.
I wish I had my toggles ready so I could express just how shocked I am at this. This is actually amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the hentai guy deleted his channel after that. I mean, it's unlucky that the guy that he was arguing with was the only person on the internet who happens to talk shit anonymously and be able to back it up with real talent.
Yeah.
You really hate to see that. You hate to see an anonymous internet asshole turn out to be really good at something. That's a horrible feeling. I know when he watched this video, like when he dropped the video, he was probably still so confident, like, yeah, this is gonna fucking blow. And then he started listening, and as his erection grew, he felt more and more shame. Hentai guy was just
Turned bro into a full-on masochist with how badly he got humiliated.
sitting there stewing in anger, like, fuck, he's actually good. Damn you,
Shit.
curses! Because, I mean, that's how I felt, and I wasn't even involved in the argument. But I think this also illustrates an extremely important point. No matter how talented you are, it can be overshadowed by a shitty attitude. A lot of the comments here, and even in the Reddit thread, were just kind of saying the same meme of pretty mediocre, no offense. Like, not even respecting his very clear talent because they don't like him. If you're insufferable and unlikable, people aren't going to respect your skill. And I think that's, now granted, it's not everyone because the video is still overwhelmingly liked, but it could have been a truly positive experience had he just gone about it in a much better way. Like, you know, this wasn't the best rendition of the song, but I do appreciate the effort that went into it, and in fact, it inspired me to want to learn it myself. And then he drops this video, and then, you know, that's a lot better, I think, and you'd have more people.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's just fun to hate for these guys. Like, if someone is at that low of a point, and it's just gonna be fun for them to hate. They're doing it for the love of the game.
People on your side as opposed to just people brushing off your extreme level of talent here because you were an asshole in the comments to someone that was just proud of their own rendition of the piece. Like, his arrangement of this is like a custom arrangement, obviously, because you can't play it as written. His arrangement is extremely solid, and his performance is unreal. Like, absolutely unreal. And to have that just thrown to the side because he was super unlikable is a real shame, I think. So, I mean, this was a pretty wild experience because I've never seen this before. Like I said, 10 times out of 10, when you're arguing with someone on the internet anonymously, that person behind the keyboard's usually a coward that doesn't really have a lot going for them. But in this really rare instance, that anonymous guy was a fucking piano prodigy. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you all. That's about it. See ya. This is the most.
Alright, chat. That's gonna be it for today. I will hold on, let me check Minecraft one more time. If not, then I'll do it like whenever I stream next, probably Tuesday. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today. I will see you all next time, and we're gonna be raiding out. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Alright, we're gonna be rating out to Azulative. And I forgot to post the fucking thing here. You know, it's fine.